everyone, this is Dale Stratton at Dean Dorton, and today we're continuing with our Core Excel Tips and Tricks for Accounting and Development video series. Today's topic is filtering. I hear a lot of people use the term filtering to put data in order or to organize data. That's really sorting when you're putting data in order. Filtering is more a method of extracting data or pulling out records that you want to see out of a data set. That's what we're going to do today using two separate methods. We're going to use the basic filter and the advanced filter. To start out with, notice that my data set has a column header at the top of each column. This helps me identify what I'm working with in each column. I'm going to click the filter button, which is found on the data tab. This turns on the basic filter. When I turn on the basic filter, each column gets a drop-down arrow beside each heading. Now I can choose that drop-down arrow to filter by that column. So for instance, if I wanted to see the records that had a state of Indiana and Ohio, I'd deselect the all, click Indiana, click Ohio, click OK, and now notice I have states of Ohio and Indiana. I can then come choose the drop-down arrow for city. Notice that my city choices are limited to the cities in those states or in the remaining records. I don't see the choices from records that have been filtered off the screen. So now I can deselect, and I just want to see Georgetown and Parsons. Click OK, and now I have filtered by both the city and the state. I have two remaining records. During a filter, notice that the record numbers on the left-hand side turn blue. You're not deleting or removing the records that are filtered out, you're simply hiding them, and these are blue to tell you that they're hidden. I can remove a filter from a column by choosing the little filtered icon, and notice that you have a funnel instead of the drop-down arrow to tell you that that column is being filtered. Choose the drop-down arrow. I can click the clear filter from city. I can check mark the select all again, or I could come up and click the filter button up at the top to remove all filters at once. So if I select all, click OK, notice the filter is gone, but it still exists for the state. Click this and clear from state, and now all of my filters are gone. On text columns, you will notice a few filter choices of equals, does not equal, and so forth. On a numeric column, you have a few more choices that give you more ranges. So I could pick greater than this number, or less than or equal to this number, or between these numbers. So for instance, I'm going to choose between, and I want to see where the record number is greater than or equal to 5,000, and the record number is less than or equal to 10,000. When I click OK, I now have record numbers between 5,000 and 10,000. And this can be done with any numeric value, dollar value, anything like that in Excel. I'm going to remove this basic filter. Next, I want to show you the advanced filter. Advanced filters are used when you need multiple criteria at once. So what I've got in this situation is I've copied my column headers that I want to filter by over to a blank space on my sheet. Then I've written in the filters that I want. So I want to see where the record numbers are greater than 5,000, the state is equal to Kentucky, and the classification is a $1 to $99 donor. Then I want to see where the record number is less than 5,000 and the state is equal to Ohio. I couldn't use multiple criteria this way over here in the basic filter, so I've written it in my advanced filter. The next step, I click anywhere on the record set that I want filtered. I click the advanced button. First of all, I want to list my range, so I'm going to choose A1 to N49, which that's every record. Next, I want to tell it where my criteria comes from. So I click the criteria range, and I'm going to highlight R1 to T3, which that's my column headings and the criteria that I've written in. Then I want to copy my results to another location. So instead of filtering in the current location and getting rid of records, I want to copy the existing records or the remaining records to a new location. So I click the copy to, and I'm just going to click a blank column over here to copy the information to, so just W1. When I click OK, it now goes through my list pulls out all the information that I was looking for based on the criteria that I wrote. So my record number is greater than 5,000, states equal to Kentucky, and classifications of $1 to $99 donor. Then record number less than 5,000, state equal to Ohio. That's the advanced filter of using multiple criteria at the same time. A little more cumbersome, a little more steps, but gives you a little more power. That's how you can extract data from Excel and pull out what you need to work with. Thank you very much and have a good day.